everyone, and welcome to the Australian Grand Prix for Tier 1 of DRZ in Season 6. Here is your driver lineup for today's race after an amazing qualifying session. On pole is Wards in the Ferrari. In second place, runner-up is Dark in the Williams. In third place, McFluffy, our only female driver as of now, in the Aston Martin. In fourth is Ultimate Beast, the reserve driver for Ferrari, stepping in for Aspect today in P4. P5 is Joe in the Alpine, P6 is Wizard in the RB, P7 is Cohen in the Mercedes, P8 is Stiggy reserving for McLaren today but still a Mercedes Tier 2 driver. In 9th place is Detective in the Mercedes. In 10th is Mindmaster reserving for Williams today. In P11 is Enzo in the RB, P12 is King Bob in the Sauber, and lastly, 13th place is Hossein in the Alpine. A difficult qualifying session for him indeed, and a difficult qualifying session for a few other drivers. Anyway, let's move on to today's race. So, the 5 red lights come on. The Australian Grand Prix for DRZ Tier 1 Season 6. Lights are out, and away they go. Off the line well is Dark straight away into turn 1. He's going to be putting up an attack on the Ferrari of Wards. There's contact straight away. The Alpine gets pushed wide, and Wizard and Dark are side by side nearly into the next corner. See, there's a bit of trouble there with the HUD. Dark and Wards are right by each other. There's an Alpine, not an Alpine, an RB going wide. Sorry for the names being wrong. All as they are clipping and nearly taking each other into the wall there. They're still side by side, the two front runners battling out, and here comes his teammate. Ultimate has made his way up to P3. They're nearly 3 wide. McFluffy as well, hanging on to the top 3. The top 4 all squabbling between each other for position. Ultimate Beast is trying to fight his way through Dark, make it a Ferrari 1-2 maybe. Can he get it done is the question. McFluffy is obviously someone you need to pay attention to. Detective in 5th. That was a crazy start there. I had a few mistakes with the HUD there, my bad guys. They are still 3 wide, and Ultimate Beast gets pushed off by his teammate, and Fluffy takes P3 again. These two are really going at it. Bloody hell, they've been squabbling all through lap 1. As the Ferrari and the Mercedes, they're trying their best to keep it fair, as Detective squeezes his way up to P4 in this field. Is unbelievable, to be fair. Looking at this. We've got Wizard up in P6 as well. Nobody's really lost each other yet, but we see Mindmaster in the pits after lap 1. I'm not sure what could have happened there, as Wizard has a major mistake into turn 1. And now Enzo is going to be preying on him, his own teammate. The battles have already begun between the teammates as Enzo takes P7. And the smoke up ahead. It doesn't last too long. They're still side by side. It's unbelievable how these guys are battling. But it's very good racing indeed. A bit of shoving here and there, but I mean, you have that in racing. It is what it is. As Ultimate Beast has unfortunately dropped down to 5th. Detective has made his way up to 4th. Can he get his way up to 3rd as he fights McFluffy now? DRS is activated this lap. They're side by side. Can Detective get by? Aston Martin versus Mercedes, and Aston Martin manages to keep the Mercedes behind for now, but it's a bad exit compared to a good exit. DRS has once again opened up. A fake move to the inside. McFluffy nearly goes wide. Both the Wards goes off the track, and he hits into Joe slightly. He's dropped down all the way down to 10th position. I'm pretty sure he just went wide then, but maybe there was contact. I'm not too sure. I didn't see it, but there was contact there. And now Wards has moved down the order, and there's more yellow flags. There's been an incident, maybe Wizard I think has also fallen off somewhere. I'm not too sure, but Wards is making his move straight away on the midfield. Dark gets a 3-second time penalty for track limits. Hossein now gets a 3-second time penalty for track limits. Between the two Ferrari drivers, Ultimate knows his spot as a reserve. Compared to Cohen, Cohen spins and he's gone wide. He's hit into the wall, and that's a safety car deployed because of the spin, the wing damage on the track. That's a safety car. That's going to mix up things for sure. As Mindmaster is just passing through, he's just gotten past the safety car. He has to slow down, of course, for Delta. Okay. Oh, safety car's in this lap. Okay, so it's the last lap for the safety car. We have Dark in the lead and Wards in 13th. So will Wards be able to fight his way through the field and catch back up to Dark? Or will Dark pull away with this win? Or will someone else shine through and take it? Someone like McFluffy. Or maybe Detective. Even Joe is in this equation too. We know what Joe was capable of in Season 5 in Australia. Obviously it's a new game, but it doesn't mean the people have lost their talent. So we'll see what everyone can do. As we get ready for the safety car restart, safety car is just about to pull into the pit lane now. And we'll just get ready as everyone's warming up their tyres. Has Dark decided to go now? Not too sure, there's a bit of a gap there. Let's see when he chooses to go. I think he's just gone. Yes, he has, he's gone. And that's a good start for him. As McFluffy decides not to follow the slipstream. As Dark follows back over into turn 1. Pretty stable start, no major collisions. As McFluffy does pick up a 3-second time penalty though. But I'm sure as the race goes on, multiple people will pick up time penalties. So pretty sure it's not much to worry about. And as well, on top of that, me being rusty with commentary as well. It's lovely. Okay. Corinne making a move on Hossein back up to P8. He's trying to recover after that incident earlier that caused a safety car. And he is making it work as Joe Bidome has crashed. And this is another safety car. He's crashed out of the race. Joe has crashed out of the race. I'm not sure what happened. I completely missed it. But he has crashed. The car's already been cleaned up as King Bob stops for some reason. I mean, maybe he's obeying Delta, but that's very slow. And now the leaders get to box. But where does this put Wards? Wards is going to take the... No, he won't take the lead. He won't take the lead. Ultimate Beast takes the lead. Coeen now back up to P2. Hossein P3. P4 Wards. P5 Mindmaster. P6 Stiggy. P7 Dark. P8 McFluffy. P9 Detective. P10 Wizard. P11 Enzo. And P12 is King Bob. After that second safety car, Joe has unfortunately crashed in the Australian Grand Prix, and he has just left the session now. He is probably not going to be happy about that. We'll see when he wants to go. Can Cohen stay on the back of him? Is the question that everyone has on their minds. And he's gone. Just like that. Cohen did not react well to that. And behind him, there's Hossein. Wards is immediately. Look how eager Wards is to get by Hossein. Down into turn 1, this is going to be an immediate overtake for sure. Wards makes his move on Hossein. Hossein cannot do anything about it. And there's a mistake there. Oh, there's been a mistake. McFluffy's gone off and she's retired from the race. I'm not sure what happened. There's no damage on the car. But something happened. Dark is into P5, Mindmaster P6 now, Stiggy's dropped 7th, Detective 8th, Wizard 9th, Enzo 10th, and King Bob 11th. But yeah, DRS has now been enabled, so as you can see, the DRS is open. Mindmaster and Detective, once again, these two rivals, they love to fight on track. We'll see what they've got here. DRS is open. Who's going to get it? Detective gets by Mindmaster, who cannot put up much of a fight. And there's the Wizard nearly going into the back of Detective as he also manages to slip by Mindmaster. As Mindmaster drops to 8th, maybe 9th. That is 9th as Mindmaster makes a huge mistake there. And now Stiggy is going to be right on the back of him. He's going to box. So Mindmaster's coming into the pits. That's not going to do him any good either. That's his third pit stop now. If he can catch up and get within the DRS, which he's definitely done. As Cohen is fumbling, he's made a few mistakes there. And now Dark is going to try and get a move around the outside. Can he get it done? There's contact. And Cohen loses the position to Detective. Detective moves back up to 3rd. Dark drops to 6th after that. I think it was a pretty ambitious move from Dark there. I don't know if it was the right time to make a move like that. But it did not work for either driver as Cohen has now dropped to 4th. And now the Ferraris have taken the opportunity to swap positions as well. This brilliant teamwork from Ferrari this year. Or this season so far. As Cohen now picks up a 3-second time penalty, that's unsettled him. He's lost a bit of confidence after that, and that's not helping either. As Wizard is now on the back of these two Mercedes drivers. As now there's contact, Dark is trying to get back by Wizard. He's getting there. Wizard tries to fight it, but he has to back off. And Enzo is not trying to get involved in that either. Wizard looks at making a move. He does have the room. He's going to try it. Can he get by the outside of Dark? He's got the room. Can he get it done? The DRS is enabled. Dark got the DRS. The Wizard did not. Enzo got the DRS. Enzo and Wizard down into turn 1. And there's small contact, I think, between the RBs. And DRS is once again enabled. There is barely any room for Enzo on that racetrack. He probably shouldn't have kept his nose up there. He probably should have backed away. But he stuck it out, and he's banging against his teammates' rear end. And there's Hossein trying to get involved. Into P7, Enzo's car, unstable, and drops down to 8th. This is unbelievable stuff what we're looking at right now. The Ferrari still lead their 1-2, and Detective is in 3rd. Hold off Dark in a more safe manner this time about, but he has a bad exit, and Dark is now side by side with him into the next corner. Can Cohen hold on? There's barely any room. Wizard's trying to get involved. Can he get by? He clips into Cohen. Cohen and Wizard have gone off together. They've hit into the wall, and there's damage there for both drivers. Wizard took an opportunity, but it did not pan out for him, and that's just put Cohen down to 8th and Wizard down to 7th. Hossein profited from that, and now he's up to 6th. Dark into P5. Enzo up to P4 out of nowhere. Just staying out of the main fight has brought him up to 4th now. But now he has to fight Dark on his own. Can he do it? Can he keep the Williams driver away? Going to be close between these guys as Dark decides to come into the pits. As I see Sharky, a certain Mercedes team principal, is not happy with the actions of Wizard there. But Dark comes into the pits now to change tyres and get wing repairs. Not the time, I'd say. I mean, in the middle of an intense battle that you're choosing to get a pit repair now. Wizard as well has to pit. Cohen as well has to pit. So not only was that a collision there that's lost Cohen and Wizard both precious time, but that's also cost the team money. So that's not going to end well for them, as the Williams have really fallen off there. Not good for either party there involved. Dark 7th, Hossein 8th. Oh, major contact. Both drivers are out of the race. I didn't even see what's happened, but there's been a major crash. It's another safety car. And that has put Cohen and Wizard out of this race. The fresh mediums, compared to most people behind him on hards now, or mediums, to be fair, I think it's a pretty even batch. We know that Ultimate Beast and Detective are both on the hard tyres as well. As Wards now comes through the final corner, when does he go? I think he's just gone. So, the race starts back up again, down into turn 1. It's a pretty clean restart. The Ferrari of Ultimate Beast looking to the inside, but doesn't go for any moves on his teammate. Stays behind him for now. We're looking to Detective mostly though. Can Detective bring any luck to Mercedes? Can he keep this podium? As Dark has already cleared Enzo, but he does have a lot of penalties. You have to remember that. You have to remember the penalties compared to the top 3. Dark has a lot of penalties that he has to deal with, so he's going to have to look out for that. As Detective holds us to 3rd place for now, but Dark is looming in the background. Can he get by? He's looking to get by. It's lap 22 of this race, so if Dark gets by now, there is still a chance of him developing enough of a gap to clear P3 and get a podium at least. Detective is going to try and defend it though. Down to the outside. Can he get the move done? Outside to inside. Detective has been hit in the chaos. Enzo's retired. It's a safety car. There was contact. I didn't even see it as usual. I've missed it. But there's another safety car in the chaos. And now Enzo's out too. That's a double DNF for RB. Unbelievable, this race. I have got a few messages to look at later. Okay, out of the final corner, Wards has gone. And Ultimate Beast got a good launch as well, staying right behind his teammate. And I wonder if the Ferraris will want to battle each other. I don't think they will, knowing Ultimate, he wants to stick behind and just capitalise on those points as a reserve. Meanwhile, Dark did not get as good of a launch as Ultimate did, but he is still in the fight as he breaks quite late for that corner, but it does work out for him. He gains a bit. Keeping on check on Bob. I didn't see chat, but whatever he said is probably timeout worthy. Oh, as My Master and Stiggy have an incident, and My Master's hit into the wall. Stiggy and My Master make contact there, and that's cost them everything. And now Detective's been thrown into the mix out of nowhere for P5. But that chance of a podium for My Master thrown away in an instant. And once again, there's been an accident between My Master and Stiggy, causing another scene. Another incident for My Master. He's not going to be happy after this. I think most of the drivers aren't happy. A lot of tickets to review, but we switch up to the top 3 because Dark is right on the back of Ultimate Beast. Despite the time penalties, he's still pushing the limits of the car to try his best to take a P3 finish, even though it's probably not going to work. As Detective and Stiggy battling it out, Detective gets by, Stiggy has to back off now because it's not his time to shine anymore. Those softs are going to be used up by now, I'd say, but he's gonna have to back off. It is definitely going to be a good race for Ferrari because out of the final corner comes Wards after a long season break. The first winner of the season is going to be Wards across the line. He wins the Australian Grand Prix, and following him through the line is Ultimate Beast in P2 in the Ferrari. P3 on track was Dark, but Detective takes it after all of that, and Hossein finishes on track 5th, but I think he'll lose a position. I'm not actually sure. Stiggy is on track P6. I don't know if he'll take P5 or not. I don't think he will. So we'll see if he takes it from Hossein or not. He does take it from Hossein. Okay. Now we just wait for my Master and King Bob to finish up their laps, and then that will be it. The podium celebration, and then we'll be done for the night. It was a crazy race. A lot of incidents, a lot of drama, a lot of tickets for the stewards to go over.